Hello everyone, good day and mabuhay. My name is Brian Lloyd A. Fernandez and today I will be discussing two very important topics in the field of international tourism and hospitality management, which is the consumers' behavior in international travel and hospitality, and the second one is the product and experience design in tourism and hospitality. Now, first, let's talk about the consumer's behavior in international travels and hospitality. When we talk about consumers' behavior, we are basically asking how do tourists make decision? What motivates them? Or why do some choose luxury resort while other preferred budget hotels? So why do certain cultures value group travels while other preferred solo journeys? This report will specifically focus on two objectives. First, understanding how cultural, psychological, and economic factors influence tourist behavior. The second one is applying behavioral insights to improve service design and marketing efforts in the tourism and hospitality sector. Key influencing factors of tourism behavior. Let's now break down the three major factors: the cultural, the psychological, and economic. So let's start with the cultural factors. Culture plays a very powerful role in shaping travel choices. It includes values, tradition, food preferences, communication styles, and expectation of hospitality. So for example, in Asian tourists may travel in a larger family groups while Western tourists may prioritize independence or adventure. So in cultural tourism cities such as Kyoto in Japan or Florence in Italy, aligning service with local culture creates stronger emotional connections with tourists. Subculture also matters. For example, young backpackers expect budget-friendly and authentic local experience, while luxury travelers value exclusivity and high-end services. So the key takeaways for this is the tourist providers must adapt to the cultural expectation of their target market. Next, psychological factors. Psychology explain why people feel the urge to travel and how emotion guides decision. Motivation. The tourists are motivated by relaxation, adventure, learning, prestige, or nostalgia. Childhood travel habit. A fascinating study found that many adult travel behavior actually repeat patterns established in childhood. For an instance, a person who often travel with family as a child tends to continue traveling frequently as an adult. Perceptions and risk. Tourists often check reviews, compare options, and avoid destinations they perceive as unsafe. Emotions and experience. So, positive emotions during a trip like excitement, surprise, or happiness stronger influence whether tourists revisit or recommend a destination. So, travelers is deeply emotional. Good memories lead to repeat visit and strong word of mouth marketing. Economic factor. Economic factor consideration are practical but powerful in shaping travel behavior. Tourists with higher income levels are more flexible, often choosing premium services. Travelers from lower income background are highly price sensitive, searching for budget packages, discounts, or off-season deal. During economic downtown, we see shifting towards domestic travel, shorter trip, or budget accommodation. So studies shows that even within a destination, economic status influences how much a tourist spend beyond basic costs like tickets or accommodation. Affordability and perceived values are the crucial, especially for middle and lower income tourists. Interaction and additional insight. Consumer behavior is rarely driven by one single factor. It's an interaction of all three. Habits and early travel experience. Childhood habit strongly shape adult travel choices. So family and social influence. So families and peers group often decide destination together, making group references important. Destination type. Motivation differs on the cruise tourist seeks relationship, relaxation and exploration. So while city tourists may prioritize shopping or cultural experience. Emotion that will leads to loyalty. So when tourists have memorable, positive experience, they are more likely to revisit and recommend. Number four, application for marketing and service design. Now, how can businesses apply this insight? Number one, segment by cultural and values. So adapt offers to specific cultural group, example, halal-friendly hotels for Middle Eastern tourists, design packages that reflects family versus solo travel needs. Next, leverage psychological motivators. Use storytelling, imaginary, and nostalgia in advertising to evoke wanderlust. Offer virtual experience during time when travel is restricted. Build trust and reduce risk. Encourage positive online reviews and user-generated content. Ensure that the transparent pricing and safety policies. Next, address price sensitivity. Offer discounts, family bundles, and values added packages. Use dynamic price to adjust to demand. Next, design emotional and experiential travel. Focus on experience, not just services, local culture, food tours, immersive activities. Encourage habit and loyalty. So provide youth and family programs to encourage um, early travels habit. Use loyalty rewards to maintain repeat customer. Next, align with the identity and sustainability. So highlight eco-friendly practices and authentic culture to appeal to conscious travelers. In the case example, let's look at some real cases. In China, cultural tourist city experiential marketing, engaging emotions, senses, and thinking, significantly increase revisit intention. In big data analysis of scenic spot in China, tourist behavior was strongly influenced by weather, weekends, and online engagement. In cruise tourism studies, relaxation and cultural exploration were major motivations, but emotional experience ultimately determine loyalty. Next, challenges and gap. Despite strong findings, there are some challenges. Measuring psychological factors like motivation or emotion is complex. Generalizing across cultures and difficult. What works in Asia may not works in Europe. External shocks like pandemics or political instability can suddenly shift tourist behavior. In summary, consumers' behavior in international travel and hospitality is shaped by complex mix of cultural, psychological, and economic factors. Culture determine expectation. Psychology shape motivation and loyalty. And economy sets the boundaries of affordability. By applying behavioral insight like emotional marketing, cultural adaptability, trust building, and sustainability, Can hospitality and tourism provides can design better services, attract more tourists, and ensure long-term customer loyalty. Next, recommendation. So to conclude the recommendation, we have the cultural customization, adapt services to culture expectation, emotional and experiential marketing, create lasting emotional memories, trust and transparency, reviews safety and clear pricing, early travel and loyalty program, encourage long-term habits, use of big data, predict demand, design personalized offer, sustainability and integration, align service with eco-conscious and identity-driven value, flexibility in pricing and services that adapt to economic shift. Now, let's proceed to our next topic, which is the product and experience design and tourism and hospitality. To begin with, let us reflect, why do people travel? Some travel for relaxation, some for adventure, some for cultural learning, and some simply for prestige. But whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Tourist is not only about going from one place to another. It is about experiencing something memorable. Tourism and hospitality are different from selling ordinary products like clothes or gadget. Here's why. Services are intangible. Intangible meaning we cannot touch or test them before experiencing. For example, you don't know how to relaxing a hotel stay will be until you are there. Next, services are perishable. A missed flight or an empty hotel room for one night can never be stored or resolved later. Service depend on interaction. The mood, the experience, and memories of tourists are shaped not only by the destination but also by how staff and local treat them. Because of this, designing tourism product is not just about offering rooms, foods, or tours. It's about crafting memorable experience that align with customer needs, emotions, and values. Today, I will be discussing to you the three main parts: how tourism products and experience are developed around customer needs, and how service design strategies help improves and evaluate this offering, the challenges recommending, and conclusion for the future of tourism experience design. First, developing product and experience concept that align with customer needs. Tourists are motivated by different needs. Functional needs, these are the basics: safety, cleanliness, accessibility, and affordability. A traveler must feel secure in hotel, find transportation easily, and get value for their money. Example, in Japan's train system is known for reliability and punctuality, which fulfills the functional needs. Emotional needs. So people want to feel something when they travel. Excitement in skydiving, peace in wellness spa, and wonder in visiting ancient ruins. Emotional needs are what makes memories last. Social needs. Tourism is often about connection. People want to belong, gain prestige, or share experiences. Think of destinations that are Instagrammable or Instagram famous, like Bali or Paris, where photos and posts become part of the travel value. Sustainability needs. In today's era, many tourists demand responsible tourism, eco-friendly resorts, authentic local culture, and fair treatment of communities. Example, Costa Rica's ecotourism industry is global model. Levels of tourism product design. When designing tourism products, experts usually work on three levels. First, we have the core experience, the main motivation for travel. So, for example, visiting in the Eiffel Tower in Paris, diving in Cebu, or attending a cultural festival. Augmented experience, added services that enhance the trip. So, for example, free Wi-Fi on buses, multilingual tour guides, or mobile apps that provides maps and historical information. Personalized experience, tailoring services to individuals. For example, luxury tourists may want private chefs, while adventure seekers may want extreme sports add-ons. For example, a heritage tourism site like Angkor Wat in Cambodia can go beyond sightseeing. It can offer augmented reality guided tour, interactive storytelling by local guides, and traditional food tasting session. This layer transform a simple visit into unforgettable culture immersion. Consumer-centered experience principle. According to Pine and Gilmore Experience Economy and TED Talks on Tourism Experience Design, successful product follow these principles. Engagement. The experience must draw tourism and physically, emotionally, or digitally. Example, Disneyland immerses guests in theme environments where they feel part of the story. Memorability. There must be highlights or wow moment. Example, the breathtaking sunrise at Mount Pulag in the Philippines leaves a lasting emotional imprint. Personalization, recognizing that no two travels are the same. Example, some booking sites allow you to customize your package, whether for families, for solo travelers, or for honeymooners. Co-creations. Tourists should not only consume but also participate. Example, a cooking class in Thailand, where guests prepare their own pad thai with local chef. Evaluating service design strategies and tourism offerings. Now, let's move on to service design. If product design is about what is offered, service design is about how it is delivered. It creates the blueprint of consumers' interaction from start to finish. Key services design strategies. So, journey mapping. This involves studying the entire guest journey from searching online, booking tickets, and arriving at the hotel, experiencing the tour up to posting reviews. Example, airlines like Singapore Airlines analyze customers' journey to reduce stress points such as long queues or confusing airport transfer. Technology integration. Technology plays a huge role in improving services. Hotels now use AI chatbots or artificial intelligence, VR previews or virtual reality previews, and digital keycards. Example, Marriott Hotel offers mobile check-ins and room selection via an app, giving guests more control and convenience. Experience staging according to Pine and Gilmore 1999. Tourism services can be designed within four realms. Entertainment, we have concert, theme park. Education, we have museum tours and workshop. Escapism, rafting, skydiving, and adventure park. Aesthetics, nature appreciation and luxury resort. Universal Studio combine escapism like rides, entertainment shows, and aesthetic like theme environment. Next, sustainability and authenticity. Today's tourists value eco-friendly practices and cultural integration. For example, in Bali, Indonesia, eco-resort use bamboo architecture, organic food, and community involvement to attract environmental conscious travelers. For the case study, Cappadocia Balloon Tour, Turkey, an iconic product that combines escapism, aesthetics, and storytelling. The early morning balloon ride is unforgettable. Japanese Ryokan Inn. These inns highlight cultural authenticity, rituals, and personalized care, aligning perfectly with emotional and cultural needs. Dubai Luxury Resorts. High-end resorts that integrate entertainment, luxury, and smart technology, creating experience from prestige and comfort seeker. Evaluation criteria for service design. When evaluating a tourism service design, we ask, was the customer satisfied? Did it create a strong emotional impact? Was the service efficient and smooth? Was the offering innovate, adaptable, and sustainable? If the answer is yes to all four, then the product design is successful. Challenges in product and experience design. Even with strategies, challenges remains balancing standardization and personalization. Standardization ensures efficiency, but personalization ensures uniqueness. Finding balance is difficult. Cultural diversity. A tour that appeals to European may not satisfy Asians, and vice versa. Cultural adaptation is needed. Sustainability versus profitability. Going green often means higher cost. For example, solar power resorts having bigger investment but long-term benefit. Technology dependence. While app and VR are helpful, or VR means virtual reality are helpful, the human touch of hospitality must never be lost. For our conclusion, or to conclude, product and experience design in tourism and hospitality is about transforming basic services into meaningful experience. The success of a tourism product lies not only in what is offered, but is how it makes travel or travelers feels. Remember and share. Whether it is a breathtaking sunrise, a cultural immersions, or a seamless digital booking process, every touch points matter. The future of tourism lies in combining authentic culture, sustainability, and personalization, emotional engagement, and innovation. When these come together, tourism provides can deliver not just a trip, but a story that travels will carry for a life. Recommendation. To overcome these challenges, here are some recommendations. Apply experience economic principle. Design every service as an experience, not just an transaction. Embrace co-creation. Let tourists participate in shaping their own journeys. Integrate smart technologies like artificial intelligence, virtual reality, mobile apps for better personalization and efficiency. Prioritize sustainability. Embed eco-friendly practices as part of the value proposition and not just an add-on. Use continuous feedback loop. So collect reviews, analyze trends, and adapt quickly. Again, that is all my topics all about, and thank you very much everyone for listening and watching this video, and mabuhay.